Hi, my name is Alicia Vandevusse, and I'm a sociology PhD student at University of Chicago. Last spring, I taught a class that I designed called Reproduction and Reproductive Rights. I used this technique on the first day of class, and it worked really well, which is why I'm sharing it with you. So this activity is called Best Class, Worst Class, and I found it on a site called facultyfocus.com. The basic idea is that on the very first day of class, almost the very first thing that you do with students is to ask them to reflect upon their classroom experiences thus far. Specifically, you say, think about the best class you've ever taken, and now think about the worst class you've ever taken. While students are thinking about that, you go up to the board and you create a 2x2 table. The column headings are going to be best class ever and worst class ever, and the row headings are what the professor did and what the students did. So before you open it up for discussion, make sure to say that you don't want to hear names of professors, courses, not even departments, right? And then you also want to emphasize that they need to be thinking about what the professor was doing and what the students were doing in all of their classroom experiences. At this point, you go ahead, you open it up for discussion. In my experience, students have a lot to say. They've all had great classes, awful classes. They're going to have plenty of things to talk about here. And their answers start to build off of one another, so you don't end up really stuck. But you do want to be prepared if there's a lull to throw a few ideas of your own out there. And you want to be sure to redirect if you're getting stuck only talking about worst classes, or you're getting stuck talking only about what professors did. So as I said, things really start flowing, but as things are kind of winding down, once you've got a really full board, you've covered all these actions, you can end with a statement saying that you want this class that you're teaching to be one of the best classes that they've ever taken, and that you hope that everybody is prepared to work together to make that a reality. And then you can also say, with a follow-up, that you really want to hear throughout the quarter about what's working and what isn't in this particular classroom, so that you can all work together to improve it when it's not going well. So I think that this activity is effective for a few reasons. First of all, it generates discussion and opens with a really low stakes way for everyone to participate on the first day. Everyone's had great classes, everyone's had terrible classes. So everybody's talking. And this is really important, especially for discussion-based classes, where you want to set the tone for an open and friendly and respectful dialogue for the remainder of the quarter. Second of all, I think this is effective because it asks students to recognize and reflect upon their own role in the success or relative failure of classes that they've been in before. Third, this activity opens this dialogue with students that you want to continue having throughout the quarter about what's working in your particular classroom. And you can even continue this on into the syllabus review that you're probably going to do next on the first day. And you can go through and talk about how you've designed the syllabus with some of these specific things in mind, and how you want to keep talking throughout the quarter about what's working and what's not. Finally, this activity ends on a really positive note, where you tell students you want this to be a great class, you tell students how excited you are, and this hopefully leaves them feeling really enthusiastic about the prospects for the quarter ahead. That's the activity. Thanks so much for listening.